Cash and food crops production has been the main source of livelihood for rural Ghana, the western region not excluded. Unfortunately, farmers and landowners have had to confront a number of challenges of late, the most scathing coming from timber contractors. Off reserved forests, on land and on their farms, farmers sometimes plant trees and often nurture naturally occurring ones for many years, only to be felled and taken away by timber contractors without being consulted. In the extraction process, their crops are destroyed and are either paid very little compensation or nothing at all. What callousness!
Afoya da hanumi ya omo bunu agusi ye me mama ne papa afu mbodoye ye say mama ne papa ne nyina omo nyina wu nti afoya ye de hwe abusu me nuanu meketa ho ma omo ko school me so krampo me guso me ni adwuma bia ya eno ana ka ye de hwe omo timbafo ne ba ya ante hwe de hu ya ne se omo abawura afu mo ebunu ya no omo abusa omo asema ba kokora ka che me se me ye ko babudu ya de agume so omo hwe ya mo fu se ye ni obi a ha se ha ya kurase a obi a ma hanom nti ye nyes kase nkofa lawyer nti no omo ye de omo pe afa kware omo se ha ya omo concern daada nti omo ba omo ni fama bia eni asem bia ka nti dua ne de esimu anya ye de nti no aso ma bebu se otu oni hwe hanom a se omo se ya hanom posa yi baba se me na se akodo afuo yi me nti me no afuo no ena me nyes kase nkofa lawyer dua o ye da ha se omo bu ye no kakra bi no omo fa ye de ka ya omo gya no omo amfa omo de ase afuo no.
Adia Pena in Bia West in mid-2018. Kwabena Isaac got to his farm to discover the huge cyber tree he had nurtured for many years felled and extracted by a timber contractor, destroying a big portion of his cocoa plantation and food crops.
Amu chanwa ni wie no na amu pia na amu mpe no na amu pia ni nyina digu cocoa ni so enini.
Isaac's attention is drawn to the marking on another sidebar on his farm. On his blind side, that one too will go, bringing further destruction to his crops. Kofi Aje's cocoa farm was also not spared.
Yeah, the whole shame, you hear and say about the Fidian Bawafon. But trouble your car, the probable. Bread upon the chance said, dear, cocoa, dear, about 2 cities. 2 cities in the area. The pound mammy ran a mere Zaboko University. No cocoa, how was so. What about Bunya Sano? Quan Bessom and Van Herman, no, I don't know. Say, but I hope shall partner by us. Oh, can't, but more quanocra.
That bush road Kofi treads on held his cocoa and food crops the previous day. A shocked elderly Abena Sewa from Yametra, her cocoa and food crops have been destroyed by the felling and extraction of 6 timber-sized trees she had nurtured over the years. Her entrance to the farm also blocked by the waste, and not having enough energy to clear the waste, she abandoned the farm in utmost frustration.
Mefo no omo di kan nuane wo mu nto omo di kan akọ ene omo so mbebu nuano ena me se mo bu nuano a mbese mefo no enti mo omo emu nuano enti kwasiara kwa na me wasonde na me hweso ni frem se okọ afom ho no omo bu nuane nyina asayafo ni nyina
de akuafo no e de abeto anum en se kope no obu duano krompa a ohu omo ye bete na betwe nuano akọ na kwa e manso yanso ye from a binim se ye tua binim se entua e ndigi se kuani ngansan na enyo betumi akire se ye tua na se entua
se any company be free baby ba so ye timber company opeso betwa dua so oba district assembly na oba nananom modawuro emfre kuafo ni na na no ntena se enye nhyehyeye eni kwa so mo ye nhyehyeye wo ye kuafo no yachi
kwan a wo de ye fa so ne de wo bu ye kwase pa wo nim se ye kura isu ye kanipa ho
Seven jay, no seven sababa heavy ma, and the 2 cry between. And the 2 cry between. Was women to man with dear, not Manco Diabe, the Membleman and Vilco Bay do so. Bread Samico Docation, and I say, Mico Doku. Dimania pa.
There are legal and operational procedures that must be complied with under the Ghana VPA for the legal production of food. One is you have to get a written consent from the farmer, which authorizes you to go onto his farm or into his farm to undertake any operational activities. Until you get the written consent from the farmer, the law does not permit you to enter the farm of the farmer. One other issue is you have to pay compensation in the case of crops that are destroyed. This compensation has to be negotiated. It is not supposed to be an imposed one. At the moment, the laws of Ghana are not so clear as to how much should be paid or what procedure should be used in the negotiations of the compensation. That is why it's relevant that the two parties sit together and then agree on an amount before the logging operation takes place.
The major party there, Omwa sene pa, uhwese Omwa yehana, midiyashe kura, enyeji. Ombe twa kokoro nso bebu nduane koye no. Omwa amaha mehume, ene man kan hwe fasika se ho, bibibia ho. Se mikita nkura se omo kana kura pa se Omwa yeha. Dia medua. Amana yeye.
Meanwhile, the company involved was given the opportunity to respond to the allegations raised by communities. It did, but failed to adequately address the concerns raised, and rather requested for a meeting with Friends of the Earth Ghana, together with the Forest Service Division of the Forestry Commission. The callous treatment visited on farmers, landowners, chiefs and elders in cash and food crops production communities by timber contractors started to impact the former's attitudes towards trees that grew naturally on their lands and farms.
The challenge is that they are now destroying the trees. So when they see that it is growing, instead of them leaving it to grow, so that somebody comes and destroy their food crops and take the trees away, they would rather destroy it. If it is too stubborn to be destroyed, they will set fire to it.
Metima hun sa sisi adwuma me yele me ya adwuma hunu. Me yan do no so makunu ma twatwene.
Me ne mekunu do ya koto nua no. Ene nua no nyine ye. Ena mekunu sa ka ba bi ne masa do ma nua na nyine. Na se nua no so mo se nja na nyina kokko no so. Nti ko hu nua no kora ye mu ye se no. Se da kokko no benya ba bi agina na sueto a na kokko no so aye kama mai. Ena ma ye jija nua no. Na sa mo ba bu na mo nka nkere ya. That
resolve directly translates into increased demand on reserved forests and compromises sustainable forestry practices.
In instances where the farmer is not so much pleased with the amount that is going to be paid, and as such he doesn't give his consent to the activity, even though the logger or the company might be having a valid permit, he is still not allowed by the law to go ahead with operations on the farm.
The lobby and advocacy from such environment interest concerns began to impact actions of the powers that be. Between September 2015 and May 2016, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources commissioned a study into tree tenure and benefit sharing in all 10 administrative regions of the country. A first good step towards finding a solution to the problem.
We made a proposal that moving forward, we should start thinking of how we will vest trees that are not on reserve, but are on private persons' lands, on farms, in the farmers or the landowners, so that it becomes the responsibility of the landowner to now be part of the process of negotiating on when to cut the tree and what benefits will come to them. So the study has moved on to a point where now they are trying to pilot this idea of vesting trees off reserve in the farmers or landowners, and this will give them some comfort.
Meanwhile, Ghana's forest and wildlife policy enjoins every contractor who wins a concession in the reserve to live up to terms and conditions prescribed in the Social Responsibility Agreement, SRA.
Even before the logger is giving the timber utilization contract to go and log, he must, as part of his documentation, show a proposal of how to make some allocations to communities. And it is based on this proposal and a number of other things that the permit or the license is giving to the timber contractor to go and log. So where you have made that proposal and you are not implementing it, then it means that you are breaching the terms of your timber utilization contract. And once you breach any term of your timber utilization contract, the minister can suspend it, the minister can terminate it. So it's for CSOs to help in educating communities on their rights when it comes to social responsibility agreements. And it's for communities also to be at the forefront using their district assemblies to say whether or not such SRAs have been entered into and they are being implemented in their community. So that's a way by which we can help in ensuring that timber contractors respect the terms of their contract, which includes a social responsibility agreement.
Look at a good example implemented by Friends of the Earth Ghana, the first non-governmental organization to wave red flags on abuses and unsustainable forestry practices in Ghana. Her community-based action project built capacities of forest-fringe communities in Ashanti's Amasia East District to competently negotiate and access benefits from social responsibility agreements signed with timber contractors. Numerous community exhibits what a good SRA can provide. A basic school block in progress, and so is a school feeding program block. Electricity poles provided and wired, and cement for drainage construction also made available. The same cannot be said of Dwaboso in Kwanta community and many others in the western region that fringe the Krokosua Hills Forest Reserve, a reserve from which timber contractors have been harvesting trees over decades. They lack the knowledge and skills in SRA negotiation.
We are calling on the FC to do more in terms of enforcement of the laws and bring about necessary reforms, especially in areas of compensation. If possible, come out with a formula to calculate the amount that is supposed to be paid on a crop that is destroyed. Also, the companies that operate logging companies must do more in terms of complying with the laws. And the CSOs should do more in terms of educating the communities.
The current tree tenure and benefit sharing mechanism in Ghana is very unclear and mostly skewed towards government. And so local communities are unwilling to help in the protection of trees in off-reserve areas. This is a very big concern to civil society and to all meaningful Ghanaians. Friends of the Earth Ghana, through its GLA program, is helping to resolve this issue through lobby and advocacy towards reforms in the tree tenure and benefit sharing schemes in Ghana. GLA is a strategic partnership between 3 organizations based in the Netherlands. That is Friends of the Earth Netherlands, IUCN Netherlands, and Tropic Boss Netherlands. And this program is being implemented in 9 focal countries around the world, including Ghana. The aim of this program is to contribute to equitable, inclusive, and sustainable governance of forested landscapes in these focal countries. In Ghana, GLA is being implemented by Friends of the Earth Ghana, Tropic Boss Ghana, and Arosha Ghana. Friends of the Earth Ghana is committed to local communities' participation in forest management. And so we are calling on major reforms in the tree tenure and benefit sharing regime, which will benefit local communities so as to contribute meaningfully to the sustainable management of our forest resources.